So we see this national high school movement going, and we kind of narrow our minds to the competitive side where it's just a race. But I think that's just such a small part of what this is actually doing. And what this is doing, it is embodying like the human spirit, right? It is taking something that you love to do, that you can be competitive at, but also flipping it around and having it provide you this extreme excitement and fun and joy. And also you then are happier to go out and share that. You share it with your parents or your neighbor or your cousin, and all of a sudden you're this conduit to this happiness and this thing that people are like, well, I never even thought I would ever do that. It's why we see coaches, it's why we see parents like picking up the bike kind of after the fact.
Pronounce that, and hopefully I pronounced it correctly. In addition to his advocacy work with and presidency of Corba, Steve has partnered with the SoCal League for 6 years. In that capacity, he has taught at SoCal Leader Summits, helped design and build 2 SoCal venues, and pioneered the partnering of local teams with local IMBA chapters. That effort has helped to lead to the creation of the IMBA NICA Team Trail Crew. I should have adjusted it so that it stayed on longer. That's the IMBA NICA Team Trail Crew, that thing, which you'll be hearing a lot more about in the coming 12 months. With 1,000 Steve's, mountain bike opportunities will be improved 1,000 times over. Sadly, there's only one. It is with great pleasure that I present the award to Steve Messer.
I'll take a picture. There we go. Look pretty, smile.
Wow, what a privilege to be among so many people here who are dedicated to getting more kids on bikes and NICA's mission. Congratulations to everyone here. Thank you so much for this unexpected honor. There are many people I have to thank, especially the teams, the coaches and the volunteers of the SoCal League and NICA for its leadership. I know there were other equally deserving nominees whose work is just as important as what I've done, but I'm just one of many mountain biking advocates around the country striving to make great mountain biking experiences for our future generations. Just 5 months after 76 SoCal League students athletes raced in the inaugural SoCal Finals in 2009, and NICA was just getting going, our local national forest and most of our favourite trails there were destroyed by the station fire and subsequent El Nino storms. We had this burgeoning high school sport, and most of the trails I'd ridden for more than 25 years were closed or gone. The mountain biking community was devastated. My motivation to restore the trails and some forward-thinking coaches who were already doing trail work grew into a serendipitous partnership between Corba and the local high school teams that needed places to ride and train. Working with a half dozen or more local high school teams and their coaches, Boy Scout troops and other groups, we collectively restored most of the front country trails within 3 years of the fire. But we're still working on restoration projects and continue to have student athletes joining us. In fact, we have 2 teams coming out next weekend for trail work, including Jeremy Cole, previous awardee, and his team. It's a win-win for the teams, for our public lands, and for all trail users. Early on, it became obvious to me that this was the next generation of land and trail stewards, advocates, and even land managers, restoring trails and giving these student athletes a place not only to ride and train, but to develop a deep connection to the mountains and the forest, as I have been fortunate enough to, is its own reward. But the most gratifying aspect of all of this is that I'm seeing the passion that I have for trails and our public lands instilled in so many young people. Within the high school mountain biking family, I've made some of my closest friends, my strongest supporters and allies, and I do feel a real true community spirit. I'm awed to feel that trail love spreading throughout this community. Seeing the types of partnerships Corba began to develop, now extended nationwide in the Team Trail Corps initiatives supported by REI, gives me great confidence in the future of our sport, our trails, and the places we ride. Again, I'm truly honoured by this recognition, especially since it's for something that I just love doing. Thank you, NICA, Quality Bicycle Products, the SoCal League, and everyone who has contributed to this incredible journey. I appreciate everything you've all done, and I appreciate this award. Thank you so much.